Good morning, children. Hope you all are well at home. Once again, I am reminding you, wash your hands frequently, wear a mask, sanitize your hands, and keep social distancing. Let's recall what we have learned in the previous chapter. Tell me, children, what is the name of the previous chapter? Staying healthy. In that chapter, we have studied about food is required to stay alive and keep active. Junk food should be avoided or they should be eaten occasionally as they are not good for health. Fuel food provide us energy to work and play. Growth foods help our body to grow. Protective food protect us from diseases and keep us fit and healthy. A diet that contains fuel foods, growth foods and protective foods in the right amount is called a balanced diet. We should develop healthy eating habit to stay healthy. Children, hope you all have completed your previous homework. So let's check whether you have written all the answers correctly or not. So first question is question number 1. Which food items gives us energy? Answer is food items like bread, rice, sugar, chapatis, potato, butter, banana, oats, oil and ghee are some food items that give us energy. Question number 2. Which food helps us to grow? Answer is body-building food like milk, beans, pulses, eggs, fish and meat are some food that help our body to grow. Question number 3. Name some junk food items. Answer is chips, noodles, burgers, pizzas, samosas, pakoras, french fries are some junk food items. Hope you all have completed like this. Tell me, children, what are the basic things do we need to live on the earth? We need air to breathe, food to eat and water to drink. In this chapter, we will study about two basic needs of all living things which are very important to survive on the earth. Chapter 9, Air and Water. In this session, we will study about air and its importance. In this topic, we will study what is air and what are the importance of air. Next is what is air made up of. In this topic, we will study what are the things present in the air. Next is uses of air, where we use air and how much air helpful to us. So let's start. Air is one of the basic things we need to survive on the earth. But how much do you know about the air? Let's see what is air. Children, can you see air? No, we cannot see air because it has no color. Also, it does not have smell or taste. So how can we feel that air is present around us? We can feel air when it blows. Now let us learn more about the air. Children, you must have seen the leaf of a tree waving very gently. Sometimes you may have seen the branches waving. And sometimes you may also have seen plants and other things blowing in the air. Sometimes you might have seen or heard electric poles, houses and big trees have been blown down. Do you know why all these things happen? Yes, all these things happen due to moving air. Yes, all these things happen when air moves. A moving air is called wind. Here you can see the clothes hanging on the rope. Can you see the clothes moving gently? Do you know what makes the hanging clothes move gently? The slowly and gently moving air make hanging clothes move. A slowly and gently moving air is called a breeze. So the breeze make the hung clothes move gently. Children, now look here. Leaves of tree are blowing in the air and some plants are also blowing. Do you know why this has happened? This is because the very strongly moving air. The very strongly moving air is called a storm. So the storm makes the plant and leaves of trees to blow. Children, sometimes a storm can also uproot trees. A storm can also blow down houses. You can see here. Sometimes a storm can also blow down electric poles. In this picture you can see. A storm can cause great loss to life and properties. A storm is very dangerous and harmful. So we should stay safely inside the house. So once again revise. What is wind? Moving air is called wind. What is breeze? A gentle wind is called breeze. What is a storm? A strong wind is called a storm. Let's see next. What is atmosphere? When you look upward in the sky, you are seeing the part of the Earth's atmosphere. You can see in this picture air form a thick layer around the Earth. This is called atmosphere. The Earth is surrounded by the layer of gases. The atmosphere is very important is life on the Earth and does many things. The atmosphere helps to protect life on the Earth. So what is atmosphere? Air forms a thick layer around the Earth. This layer is called atmosphere. Let's see next. What is air made up of? Air is a mixture of many gases. It has mainly nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide and water vapor. Air also contains smoke, germs and dust in it. Let's see how all these things get in the air. Let's start with first point. We know carbon dioxide gets into the air when living things breathe out. Children, we have already learned in the previous chapters, all living things breathe. Humans breathe through their lungs. Fishes breathe through their gills. Animals like dog, cat, cow, they are also breathe through their lungs. Insects like grasshopper and cockroaches breathe through their air holes. Birds also breathe through their lungs. So carbon dioxide get into the air when all living things like humans and animals breathe out carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide also comes from when we burn coal, wood and other things. Let's see next. We have learned about photosynthesis. In this process, the plants make their own food in the presence of sunlight. Plants take the carbon dioxide from the air and water from the soil and make their own food. When green plants make their food, they give out oxygen. This oxygen mixes with air. Let's see next point. In the sun, the water from water bodies like river, pond, lake, etc. change into water vapor and mixes in air. Let's see what is water vapor. In this picture you can see in the presence of sunlight, when water is heated, it turns into its gas form called water vapor. Children, have you seen steam rises from a pot of boiling water? This steam is called water vapor. When you heat the water in the vessel, after some time you must have noticed that smoke appear on the top of the vessel. This smoke is water vapor. So what is water vapor? When liquid water is heated, it changes into gaseous form. Water as a gas is called water vapor. Let's see next. When we clean our houses and sweep the floors, dust rises and mixes with air. So dust mixed with the air, and air is also contains dust particles. You must have seen in your homes. When you cleaning the house, at that time dust blows, and even when the wind blows. Due to these reasons, small particles of dust get mixed into the air. Let's see next. Germs from open garbage mix with air. Children, you must have seen around you. People throw garbage around the houses. There are germs in the garbage, and those germs mixed with air. So what we should do? We should always throw garbage in the waste basket and close the waste basket. Let's see next. Smoke from the vehicles, factories, burning garbage, etc. mix with air. So air contains nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide and water vapor. And air also contains the harmful things like smoke from vehicles, burning garbage and from factories. Dust and germs make air dirty, which is not good for living things. Dirty air is harmful to us and can spread many diseases. Green plants clean the dirty air and make it fresh. So we must grow as many plants as we can. Let's see next uses of air. As we know, all living things need air to breathe. We breathe in oxygen and breathe out carbon dioxide. And plants take carbon dioxide from the air and give out oxygen. So all plants, humans and animals need air to breathe. As we know, plants also need air. Plants take carbon dioxide and give out oxygen. Moving air helps in drying clothes and wet surface. Children, you might have noticed one thing. Wet cloths dry faster on windy days, as it becomes easier to evaporate into the atmosphere. What is evaporation? Water changes into water vapor due to sun's heat. This process is called evaporation. The process of changing water into water vapor is called evaporation. The strong wind helps in the evaporation of water from the cloths. This is why moving air helps in drying clothes and wet surface. Let's see next. Balloons and many other toys are filled with air. Why we fill air in balloons and toys? Air gives shape to the toys. Small kids like to play with these toys. Let's see next. Footballs and tire tubes of vehicles are filled with air. Why we fill air in tire tubes and balls? We fill air in tire tubes because air helps vehicles to move from one place to another place smoothly. Most of the balls are filled with air because the air helps the ball bounce. This is why we like to play with balls. If we will not fill air in balls, it will not bounce. Swimming tubes are filled with air to prevent swimmers from drowning. Everyone likes to play in water. Swimming is a lot of fun, but drowning is a real danger. So how we can save in the water? When we want to enjoy in the swimming pool or we want to learn swimming, we can use swimming tubes, air jacket, etc. Floating tubes filled with air. It can easily float over the water. Who are learning swimming use swimming tubes. Let's see next. As you can see here, water vapor in the air forms cloud that give us rain. Clouds reach different places by floating in air. As you can see here, have you seen like this in the sky? Let's recall what we have learned in this session. We have learnt about what is air. Air is a mixture of many gases. Air has mainly nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide and water vapor. Air is colorless, tasteless and has no smell. We cannot see air. We use air for drying clothes, for filling toys, tire tubes, swimming tubes, etc. Here is some questions for you children. You have to complete in your notebook. Question number 1. Why we should not throw garbage in open? Now is time for little homework. Here is some questions for you children. You have to complete in your notebook. Question number 1. Why we should not throw garbage in open? Question number 2. What is water vapor? Question number 3. Why do swimmers use swimming tubes? Question number 4. How do clouds reach from one place to another? In next session, we will continue this chapter. In that session, we will learn about water. There we will learn forms of water, water cycle, water pollution and conservation of water. Now I conclude my session. So thank you children. Stay safe and study well.